Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them, says William Shakespeare in The Twelfth Night. From the three strata of greatness, Professor Mike Agbedor Abu Ozekhome, SAN, CON, OFR, KSM, is distinctly set apart and stands out amongst those that have achieved greatness from every point of view. Born in 1957 in Iviukwe, near Agenebode, in Etsako East local government area of Edo State, Mike Ozekhome began his academic journey at St. Mary's Catholic Primary School, Iviukwe, from 1964 to 1969. He had his secondary education at St. Peter's College, Agenebode, from 1970 to 1974, and at Baptist Academy, Lagos, in 1975. Mike Ozekhome sought admission into the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, to study law in 1975 and graduated in 1980 with an LLB. He obtained a Master of Law degree in 1983 from the same institution. Against all odds, Mike Ozekhome has achieved so much excellence in the legal, academic, traditional, and religious spheres that we are now at a conundrum about how properly to address him. Mike Ozekhome is a renowned constitutional lawyer, leading human rights activist, pro-democracy campaigner, commander of the Order of the Niger, officer of the Federal Republic, senior advocate of Nigeria, bencher, senior advocate of the masses, voice of the people, senior advocate of Nigerian students, Notary Public of Nigeria, Patriot, Pan-Africanist, Pan-Nigerian, author, researcher, writer, journalist, essayist, scholar, courtroom gladiator, multi-columnist, philosopher, historian, deep thinker, motivational speaker, social critic, public affairs analyst, pro-masses advocate and defender, chartered arbitrator, conciliator, negotiator and mediator, and Knight of the Order of St. Mulumba.
My dear Chief Mike Ozekhome, your passion for justice, equity, and good governance resonates deeply with me. Your life's work as a human rights activist, renowned orator, prolific author, and a senior advocate of Nigeria serves as a beacon of hope for generations to come.
Professor Mike Ozekhome started his law practice at the Gani-Fawehinmi Chambers in 1983. In this association with one of the revered lawyers in Nigeria and globally acclaimed human rights activist, the late Chief Gani-Fawehinmi, Professor Mike Ozekhome fired his already burning innate fortitude, not just in human rights advocacy, but in tutoring and authoring.
Obviously, he learned a few tricks from the late legend Gani-Fawehinmi about fighting for the oppressed, and that he has tried to carry through till this point.
This legal luminary unequivocally registered his voice as fearless in the defense of truth and our nation's democracy during the June 12 saga and the subsequent military regimes which today stand as the most recent tempestuous occurrence in our nation's history.
In terms of getting the government, holding them accountable, holding their legs to the fire, he has equally done very well. Of course, we do his contribution during the military era, what he did. In terms, he used the instrumentality of the law to ensure that he shaped public opinion, public discourse. about issues.
For this cause, Professor Mike Ozekhome suffered, both physically and emotionally, major cuts and bruises, along with others, in the hands of the military juntas that were out to crush anyone that dared to cross their paths. He once wrote, "We remained in the trenches for days, weeks, and months. Many of us were beaten up, maimed, or killed. Many were detained or jailed. Many escaped abroad in self-exile. Some of us stayed put and dared the military eyeball to eyeball. Some activists and journalists went underground and commenced guerrilla journalism. On one occasion at Yaba, Tejosho bus stop, Multi-Columnist, Agbedor, Lagos, the military sprayed us with tear gas with hovering helicopters. We used handkerchiefs soaked with kerosene to ameliorate the choking effect." Undeterred, Professor Ozekhome, who has defended the rule of law, citizens' rights, democracy, and good governance, has handled many epical cases that have helped shape Nigerian laws and jurisprudence. Propelled by his zeal to retool the weak fabric of Nigeria, he actively participated in all the national conferences held in 2005, 2009, and 2014. Ozekhome, for his sterling performance, was named the Cicero of the 2014 conference by the conference's leadership. He has founded or co-founded several organizations currently doing exploits. The following are some of the human rights organizations founded by Professor Mike Ozekhome. Co-founder and chairman, Board of Trustees, Youth Enhancement Organization. Co-founder and director of Legal Services, Civil Liberties Organization, Nigeria's first human rights organization. Co-founder, Joint Action Committee of Nigeria. Founder and chairman, Board of Trustees, Universal Defenders of Justice Initiative. Founder and chairman, Board of Trustees, Peace Initiative. Founder and chairman, Board of Trustees, Democratic Rights Initiative. Founder and initiator, Mike Ozekhome Foundation, and many others.
Mike, I see him as somebody who is a great philanthropist. Every year he organizes some outreach programs in our community where cash, materials, motorcycles are given out to the poor and the downtrodden in our community. I'm also aware that Mike has sponsored a lot of scholarship schemes where indigent students of Mopawalo have been given a scholarship.
Professor Mike Ozekhome has lectured lawyers, many of whom are today justices and judges of superior courts of record in Nigeria, senior advocates of Nigeria, captains of industry, top civil servants, top flight entrepreneurs, professors of law, and top members of the diplomatic corps. Mike Ozekhome holds a PhD by thesis, 16 doctorate degrees, honoris causa, and over 22 fellowships.
Mike, let me say to you again that for me, you are an embodiment of what is good in the legal profession in Nigeria at this time, when people are complaining about almost everything, including the legal profession and the judiciary. I am particularly happy that you are one of the few that can be pointed out as exemplary. in upholding what is best for that profession, in that profession, and for Nigeria.
Akpakwa is somebody who has so much energy, capacity, time, intelligence, his ability to multitask. This guy is not just human. He has special attributes that God has given to him.
He has written over 68 books and more than 101 articles and seminar papers published in many journals and as chapters in books.
How he manages to do the 24 hours in a day to accomplish all these things, to me, it's a big surprise because I don't know, we have the same 24 hours. It's an unusual character. It's worth studying.
Mike is a very hard-working person. Mike, I see him as an epitome of excellence.
It is tempting to think that Mike Ozekhome has triplicates of himself that have enabled him to achieve this much. In reality, Mike Ozekhome is one man that is always prepared, having carved his mental frame for work and work to achieve his unending objectives. On his table are two labels. The first one says, "This man is a workaholic," while the second one says, "The buck stops here." Mike Ozekhome's versatility in numerous fields, which include law, politics, national development, culture, business, and history, cemented by his vocal ability, makes him a much sought-after public speaker. His thought-provoking speeches on democracy, corruption, constitution, national restructuring, community development, non-governmental organizations, and much more litter the internet, libraries, and archives belonging to media houses.
The quintessential Dr. Mike Ozekhome. You see, I feel highly honored to be considered worthy to talk about this great Nigerian. A Nigerian who is highly detribalized. In a country of about 378 ethnic nationalities, this is one of the few Nigerians that is proud to be called a Nigerian. He's an activist of immense qualities. His integrity speaks for him. Dr. Mike Ozekhome is someone Nigerian yet unborn. When they get to know what he stood for in this country, we will celebrate him till eternity.
As the works of Professor Mike Ozekhome fill the internet, so his awards litter the wall, with over 400 awards by governmental and non-governmental organizations from Nigeria, Africa, and the world. This legal juggernaut stands as the most awarded lawyer in Nigeria. A few of the global notable ones include Globe African Heroes Honors Award 2019, Nomicus Faustinus Honors by Kogai, in collaboration with RIM, inducting him into the Hall of Fame of Pan-African Heroes. Eminent Peace Ambassador Award by the United Nations Association of World Peace Advocates as UN Eminent Peace Ambassador. Humanity Award, World Order of Nobles, Dignitaries and Philanthropists Awards, WONPA 2019 by World Humanity Commission, Commission for Humanity.
My heart bleeds. Just see the multitude. See, their mothers also. Their mothers. See the society we have built for ourselves.
He is an honorary citizen and recipient of the keys to the cities of Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and Dallas, Texas, USA. Professor Mike Ozekhome is at home with his people, culture-wise, with close relationship with our royal fathers, both immediate and nationwide. He is a royal high chief of the Benin Kingdom and the Akpakpa Vigi of Edo land. In total, he holds 21 chieftaincy titles in different kingdoms in Nigeria, which include Wepawano Kingdoms, Ozaire Kingdom, Efik Kingdom, Ido Osun Kingdom, Osun State, Ole Kingdom, Delta State, Ijaniki Kingdom, Lagos, Lugbe, Abuja, Mbise, Imo State, and many others. Amidst work, and more work, Professor Mike Ozekhome is a socialite whose jocundity is as infectious as the laughing gas.
Chief Ozekhome does not have a dull moment. He occupies every minute you spend with him. Okay? He has no inhibition. He will say what he wants to say.
His ability to energize the gloomiest atmosphere makes his presence at any event a spark.
When I was getting married during my wedding, he was the chairman of my reception. He became not only the chairman, he almost became the MC at a point.
His love for dance is comparable to that of Prabhu Deva, the Indian choreographer. Happily married to a lawyer and gender crusader, Lady, Chief, Mrs. Josephine Mike Ozekhome, LLB Honors, BL, LLM, LSM, with many children.
Only him deserves glory. Take it.
It is estimated that a full documentary of Royal High Chief, Sir Professor Mike Agbedor Abu Ozekhome, SAN, PhD, will be in 10 episodes. For now, we draw the curtain